And we're on. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. As you might have noticed, the channel has undergone a change. Let me turn the volume down a little bit. A change in the name. So the name of the channel now is called Elauno. Why is called Elauno? I was reading a book and I was reading about the Eleusinian mysteries, I think. And so there was, the author wrote in the book that this Greek term, Elauno, is basically, I was just talking in Italian. I was going to say praticamente. So it's let me type it down here one moment. So it means from the Eleusinian mysteries, Elauno, it means to basically, coming into being. So that was the meaning of that. However, upon doing more research, what happened is that the real meaning of it is pushing forward, moving forward. So I was really excited about this name, and I said, I didn't find this name pretty much anywhere else, and I would just would love to have it as the name of my channel. It's something really original, and there I am. I chose that name. Hope you guys enjoy it. And there was some news, so I went into a rabbit hole with the Trump attempted assassination the other day, and so many things came out, and it's really insane if you just think about the extent, like how many other things came. So basically, we have this 20-year-old shooter that was killed apparently by Secret Services snipers, and this guy basically had to walk a long time for about a mile with a ladder, and he also had to walk with his AR-15, a rifle, in his hand. And this guy basically just walked all the way completely unnoticed. And there's also other reports that show that he was around there for about an hour, and nobody actually, few people noticed him. He was just walking around because he had to go across a fence and then position himself, get on the roof, position himself on the roof, and then additionally other people saw him and they tried to call the authorities, the police. They did call a police officer, which confronted the shooter, and reports say that the shooter pointed the gun, the rifle, at the police officer, and he left. However, still at that point, they did not have Trump stop the event and remove him from there. And this is the thing that I really find appalling. The response of the Secret Service as well has been really appalling. And the director of the Secret Services did not resign. So I was looking on X, and there was some people wrote some crazy stuff about it. And so, breaking: Thomas Matthew Crooks, Trump shooter, spent $1,475.77 on OnlyFans. So regarding the accounts, the character, he was a person that was alone. Other reports say that he was bullied, and he was recently registered to the Republican Party, and he was also, some say that he was transgender at one point. So I don't know. There's so many conflicting information. So this guy writes this. So here's the official story so far. A random 20-year-old acting completely alone walked within 150 yards of a presidential campaign rally with a rifle, climbed onto a rooftop in full view of Secret Service snipers, set up his shot and fired without anyone intervening and with no help from anyone. This 20-year-old is also politically radical, as to attempt an assassination, and yet no radical enough to have ever posted any political writings or commentary on any social media site ever in his life. He also wrote no manifesto and left behind no indication about why he did it. His last and only political act before attempting to kill the Republican candidate was to register as a Republican. You must believe this and ask no question about it, or else you are a conspiracy theorist. And one thing we know about assassination attempts is that there's never any conspiracy involved. So yeah, that's the part that is really hard to believe. And also, there's other reports that say Thomas Crooks left a cryptic message on a gaming platform shortly before he tries assassinating Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. So according to Fox News, so he stated that on a platform, June 13 will be my premiere. Watch as it unfolds, he reportedly said. Investigators reportedly found searches on Crooks' laptop, including Trump Biden, Wednesday DNC convention, and July 13 Trump rally. FBI say they still have found no evidence of a particular ideology. I don't know what this is. It's so strange. It's very strange, all of this. And I don't want to say that there is no... we just stop at the act of this evil person and on the miracle of what happened, that Donald Trump was able to be alive and just turn his head in the last moment. And it's crazy. The thing gets crazier and crazier if you listen to this. So massive bet on Trump's stock falling day before he was shot was an error. So there was this firm, Austin Private Wealth LLC, filed with the SEC that they had placed a put on short on 12 million shares in Trump's media company, DJT, hours before a failed assassination attempt. So shorts are bets that the value of the stock will drop. And they later amended the filing and issued a statement claiming it was a clerical error. But they did already bet against the stock as it was falling. And so no client or APW holds or has ever held a put on DJT in the quantity initially reported. The correct holding amount was 12 contracts or 1,200 shares, not 12 million shares, as was filed in error. Wow. So there's 12 million. There's a few zeros there for a clerical error. In submitting the required report for the second quarter of 2024, a multiplier was applied by a third-party vendor that increased the number of the shares by a multiple of 10,000 for all options contracts, not just DJT. We did not catch the error before approving the filing. We filed the report on July 12 to reflect our position on June 28. We amended it on July 16. Are you gonna believe this? Isn't this a convenient story? And another thing that was that is still hard for me to believe is that how many... Oh, just move this. Just purchased this new arm here. I'm just trying to get used to it. How many people from the Democratic Party, mostly, are really behaving in ways that are beyond abhorrent, in a way that, like, everybody's saying that is the assassination attempt was was staged, and I don't know to what extent it was staged. Are you crazy? Like, are you kidding me? And the guy was put his life in the hands of a shooter to just try to shoot his ear. I think I find that really unlikely. And of course, it's becoming easier and easier to identify evil, because all these people are coming up and they wish to have President Trump dead. And I do not wish death on anybody, even if it's my opponent. But the climate, the temperature, it's so high from both parties that I find that it's unbearable. There's too much division. I mentioned something about this the other day. Just because it's your team, it's team blue or team red, you're trying to justify something by behaving in a crazy manner. And to what extent are people willing to compromise their morality in order to state to make such statements? To what extent? I don't understand. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. On anybody. I mean, even if it was the other party, I would not do that. So the other thing is that the director of the Secret Service said that there was nobody on that roof because there was a slope. And funny enough, I found a meme basically of a cow walking on a steep roof, and there's so many others floating around that say that we don't work on roofs from the Secret Service because it's too steep or something crazy like that. However, Elon Musk showed another image where it portrays a probably Secret Service or some other service member on the roof of the White House. The White House. There's pretty steep as well, and this guy was standing on it. So I don't know if to a certain extent people try to find excuses, hang on to their positions of power, or to gaslight people, or try to say that your reality is not real, what you perceive as reality. And so the director, she did not resign, and that was a failure, absolute failure. Let's change topic here. So there was a meme. Another meme that I found here was total failure of Secret Service protection and local law enforcement. Oh, that's the other thing, that they point finger at each other. So Secret Service points finger at local police. Local police says, well, you guys, when you're present, you take over, you coordinate everything, incident response command. Yes, the federal agency overtakes everything, control over the organization of the security. So in that case, police is going to provide an assist. They're going to provide support. They say, I wanted two guys over there. How many Secret Service guys you got? 50. Okay. How many police officers? 100. You put 10 guys there, 5 there, 5 there, and they coordinate. They just move or organize resources to make sure that the event is covered, that everybody is safe. So there's a girl that says, I think there's a man on the roof. Let's wave to him. And then somebody else, another woman says, did you just assume his gender? And then there's Ken from the Barbie movie that says, Barbie, are these agents qualified? And then Barbie answers, they're better than qualified. They're diverse. So I guess this is the point we are at nowadays. So that's something incredible. Plus, there are talks that President Biden has COVID, and I I wish him a speedy recovery. And but there are talks that he might actually withdraw from the race. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think I think he's too old, sorry, to run. At the same time, many people are afraid of a Kamala Harris presidency, to be unburdened by that's one of her sentences, unburdened by the time that is to be. I don't remember that. I have to find that. Give me a moment here. So that's insane. That's another thing. I'm burdened by what has been. And then when you hear the other thing, and she repeats this very often, it's like, who writes your speeches, lady? I don't understand. It's aren't you articulated? I don't think I am an articulated guy. I have an accent, and I try to do my best. I'm still in my phase of hums and when I speak, and that's really annoying for somebody that listens. And I have to try to overcome this and try to actually be better at it. You see again. So something that I had to see again to overcome. Unfortunately, it's gonna take some time and some self-awareness, so I can also saying so. You see these things? It takes time to get rid of them. And I wish I could do that fast. Not fast, but be good enough. One other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys. So I recently put my car for sale. And if you go on, so you got options. You either pay a website to post your car, and or Facebook Marketplace is the most common option, or you have Craigslist. Okay, so you got all these three options pretty much. So I have a Facebook account. I put my car on Marketplace. Initially, I did not look. I use the advertisement option where you pay like, I don't know, $6 a day for 5 days or whatever. You can. The more money you put in, the more people you can reach, basically. So what I've learned so far, my car has been on the market for a few weeks now, and I had terrible experiences in the sense that there's no more serious people. And I wash my car every time I have to show it to somebody. I make sure that everything runs, done oil changes and everything. And I try to talk to people. And they will ask you the most ridiculous questions. So there is a posting already, and it says everything. And they will ask you questions. They do not read the post, and they will ask you again. And it's insane. So I was, like every day, you receive notifications on your phone, and the car was up. But I think there has to be a bot here and there sometimes, because like clockwork, it would ask you, is this still available? And then you would say, yes, it's still available. Are you interested? There is like these automatic responses that you can click and they show up. But they will not engage anymore. And so I think that in order to justify for you paying the advertisement, they will send bots to your account to fake ask you about your car, so they can say, you see, at least somebody showed up, and you justify the cost of your ad, basically. And I've had a few people, they stood me up, and I couldn't. I cannot do this. It's like, come on, serious people, just show up, and I hope I sell it fast. But other than that, so I just wanted to give this quick update, and this was I wanted to publish something as fast as I could today. Didn't have much time. Have a long day at work tomorrow, so I will not be able to post anything. But thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.